This video is kind of late, but I wanted to put the transmission video in. We had transmission issues, so got that taken care of. And so either this introduction will be at the beginning, which I assume I'll put at the beginning, or I'll put at the end, but it'll probably be at the beginning, and kind of start on our travels with transmission issues and getting back home and the repair. Really nothing new we're doing. We do have a Blackstone we're taking, which it'll be in this video. We had first experience with that.
This is our first time camping this year.
First time camping, and we pretty well had the camper unloaded because this is also the first time we stored it off site, off our property during the winter, so we took more stuff out of it than we normally would have. So we're kind of starting from square one again. So we're gonna
load her up. Here. We're about done.
About done. The infamous black dog. There's the infamous brown dog. There's a new cooler I bought. I want something with wheels. So I got all those grizzly bear proof coolers on wheels. I don't know if I can put it up against a grizzly bear, but the picture says so, so it's got to be.
Okay. We are on the road. We're going to go to North Salem. We're going to go visit Dad for a minute. I presume he's home. I haven't talked to him.
Maybe get a milkshake.
And maybe get a milkshake at the drugstore. And then Tyler will be there and we can head to Holiday World.
Looks like we picked up some passengers.
8 passenger.
8 passengers.
We only have 1.
Oh, actually, I'll check that. Okay, never mind. We picked up 8 passengers. Hi, Jordan. Are you ready to have some fun now?
I'm ready.
For information purposes, this is our 3rd stop. We're heading to Holiday World.
Yes.
3rd stop. We're in Jasper. And as you see, I'm holding transmission fluid with our water funnel, which will now be our transmission oil funnel instead of a water funnel. Seems like we have a transmission problem.
Started before Bloomfield.
Yeah, just before Bloomfield.
We start.
Gauge, tank to gauge. So we're going to stop, let it cool off. And it kicks enough fluid that it takes 2 quarts for the top to back off. So we're going to try to limp on Holiday World. So apparently the 396,000 miles behind it.
The limit, maybe?
Must be the limit.
We hope it's the front seal, but not the transmission.
Definitely the front seal is blown out. I don't know what else to find to get into. Anyway, just having fun, living the dream. Beautimus, Amaris. Oh, Amos has got one too.
Look what I did with this can.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's some of the women folk enjoying a day at the amusement park. Funnel cake. What else would I have at the park? never get tired of playing. As we're loading up to head out, they're still playing. Fascinated with dumping the tanks on the camper. There's Jack.
I just saw it.
Did you?
I just saw the stink bug.
Oh, you did? Okay. We've limped the truck home, and we're at New Winchester. We're not home yet.
Right, we're in New Winchester.
We're in New Winchester. We're in towing distance now if we have to go home and get the 150 and tow it home. But we sat for 45 minutes in Cloverdale last stop, and
Before that, we were in Spencer for about an hour,
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour.
yeah, we're gonna let her cool off here, and it's puked enough fluid, I think, out that we're gonna have to put a quart or two in it to make it home, and then deal with it this week. So far, we'll let you know when we make it home. See ya.
And you can see our trail that we left. Well, here's Dad.
We left the trail behind.
Okay.
We made her home.
With little to spare. I'm going up here. There may not be any in it because it was smoking when we stopped. When Dad stopped. Nothing smells like burnt transmission fluid.
Love the smell of burning transmission fluid in the evening.
On a sunny evening.
The good thing is we made it home.
Exactly. It only took us, what time is it?
It is 8:30.
It took us 8.5 hours to get home. Our 3-hour tour took 8.5.
We're not on a desert island somewhere.
We are not on a desert island and we are in our driveway.
And everything, it's got a nice coat of oil on it so it won't rust.
It is.
From under the truck, from the transmission
Yeah,
back,
the
front of the camper.
front of the camper, bugs aren't going to stick. Oh, bug on there? Aw.
It's coming right off. You wipe it off. Wipe them off. There's always a plus side.
There's always an upside. Yeah, from Santa Claus Land. What, drove 20 minutes, stopped for half an hour to an hour. Drove 20 minutes, not 20 miles. Stopped for a half an hour to an hour. Drove 18 miles. 8 miles, 18, 20. Stopping a half an hour to an hour in between.
The last time we stopped in...
New Winchester. No.
The
Oh,
last time we stopped in
Spencer.
Spencer, we sat for 45 minutes and the transmission temperature did not go down at all.
Nope.
So we knew we was probably at the end of our rope on that deal, so we had to get home.
It pegged. We got to New Winchester and it was just running out. We put 2 quarts in, 2 quarts ran out. Didn't it?
Do what?
We put 2 quarts in and 2 quarts ran out.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I think more did.
There's lots more here.
Yeah, it may be. That's why I said it may be empty.
Unhooking this Anderson hitch, which we really like, and the MoreRide 4000 suspension on this we put on the camper
Over the winter.
is unbelievable on the difference it makes
Oh.
on handling.
Yes. Well,
Smooth.
it doesn't jerk when you go over a bump. It just, you don't even know you're pulling it. On a bumpy road. Dad let me out. and I actually jumped out of the running vehicle, and this was the result. And you can see here we go. Sorry folks, but we've got the wine slushies and we deserve it after today. Very good.
Pretty good.
We'll do it next time.
Well, as you know, with the first part of this video, well, basically the whole video, we had transmission trouble in the ghost truck. We made it home. We actually made it to Holiday World. Made it back home. And did some research, talked to a couple people, and decided on a Ford Reman transmission. For the most part, it and a Jasper Reman was basically the same. Jasper was a little bit more. Supposedly they use an upgraded torque converter. But I decided I probably wouldn't really need that. So for the most part, the same warranty. 3 years, I believe, on 3 years on both. And Ford had a 36,000 mile warranty, and the Jasper had a 100,000 mile, but both 3 years. So I consider that basically the same. I don't know if I'll put 36,000 miles on that like we used to. So anyway, I'm headed out to check on it. We took out Justin last week. Of course, we had a holiday, and he was out of town, and we were out of town, so just going out to check on it and see where we're at. And then I'm going to go pick up the missus at work. We've got 2 vehicles, but one of them's down. So really, this is a job that's been, we knew it was going to come. We got the transmission pretty hot years ago in Tennessee, in Knoxville, pulling a 48-foot gooseneck enclosed trailer with 3 Broncos inside, and we made a wrong turn and ended up downtown Knoxville on a hill that looked like it was this, and transmission got so hot it wouldn't even, and came to stop by the top of the hill, naturally, or at the end of the street. Transmission was so hot then, wasn't puking any fluid. It's hot, it wouldn't even pull. We had to put the truck in low range to even get it to move. And I think that was around 222,000 miles. I'm not for sure. So it's around another 170,000 miles almost, I guess, since then. Math's right. So we changed it fluid several times after that incident, and kind of got by and hadn't had any issues. But she got hot the other day. I mean, hot, and puked fluid out. So we knew we hurt it, and there wasn't any sense messing with it. It was time to replace it. So I'm just going to check on it, see where we're at, and get it back in a couple of days. Justin's goal was to have it done, turn around in a day, and I told him in this heat, couldn't do it, wasn't any big deal. We didn't have to have it. So, and also, and I'll show you if I can, this, there's oil galleys in each head on this 7.3 diesel motor, and it's a screw-in plug, square, and the right one was leaking, just seep, wasn't, I mean, not like it drips, but And we knew it. We've been watching it. And so Justin's going to fix that while it can be done with the transmission in it. But it's not something you want to do unless it's absolutely necessary. So we figured at some point we'd have to replace that transmission or work on the transmission. And when that happened, we would put those, I think it's just an O-ring. He was waiting on them today to get those O-rings. Or O-ring, there's two, there's one on each head on each side and the back. So he's going to replace both of them naturally. And we'll just see where we're at here. He's got the fork truck in there, so he must have pulled the transmission inside. We'll see where we're at. See you. To be a Ford Reman transmission. Hooked to a transfer case, it's got 396,000 plus miles on it. So I'm guessing it's going back in the truck. There's a shipping container that came in. And there's the culprit right there. She ain't bad for front seal well, you don't know, you take the core converter out, the pump's in behind there, which bolts in, and that seal, we assume that's where it was puking oil out. It doesn't matter now. She's going back to Ford. Here's that plug I was telling you about, the screws. Right in the back of the head, on each side. O-ring, it was seeping a little. We'll fix it. This isn't my motor to the truck, but it's a reasonable facsimile. And apparently, here's those plugs. So they come. New plug. It looks like a probably a silicone O-ring. Probably a good idea, because good chance you have to booger them up to get them out. And Justin's almost had to cut them out before with the tranny in, so hopefully this will be easier. Well, there's me and the dogs. Black dog, brown dog. So I'll show you, we got the, as mentioned earlier, we had transmission issues in the ghost truck. We got that taken care of. We got a Ford Reman transmission in it. And I'll show you what else we got. It may be hard to see with that right there. Oh, my finger made it blurry. Is the original transmission temperature gauge right there, and it's really just a fancy idiot light. When it's cold, it's hits down there on the bottom. When it's operating temperature, it hits midway, and when it's overheated, it pegs. There is no call for, you don't actually know what the temperature of your transmission is. It's either cold, which, you know, when you start it's going to be cold, or it's normal. And when it moves off normal, it goes to hot. So there's not a lot of warning. So that's what we got into, but we'd gotten it hot years ago. So 396 plus thousand miles, can't complain. But here to take, hopefully help alleviate the problem in the near future, we added a real gauge right here on the column. So it'll actually give us a true transmission oil temperature, fluid temperature. So that's a good thing. And it's not really in the way. It covers up a little bit of the tach, but that's okay. Other than that, it's very noticeable. So that's a good thing. Sad part about it, I've had it for years and never took time to put it on. So we got it on there. Justin put it on when he put the transmission in. And then also, I've not even looked into that yet, but I'll show you what else we did. I don't guess I can show you. Anyway, we put a bigger transmission fluid cooler on the truck. It's actually one from a 6.0 diesel, newer. I mean, it's a new cooler, a lot bigger. So driving it now should not be any transmission temperature, fluid temperature should not be an issue whatsoever. That's a good thing. So now we're ready to give her the test. We'll hook to the camper maybe next weekend. We're not for sure. Can't this weekend. Maybe next weekend. We'll find out. Well, remember, give us a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Help us out. See ya. God bless you. God bless America. Say a prayer for somebody today. See ya.